Starting in the midday mission, I wanna smoke this one and that one, and oh yeah, this one. Smells got my nose hairs gigging today. Smoke fire out of front to leaf, and the whole thing is gone. Bye.
You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. Yes, you know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. Yeah, I like to smoke. I love it. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. When I wake up in the morning, I roll one. When I hit the studio, I roll one. When I walk into my garden, I roll one. Pull out the world's biggest backwood for the home run. Tonight we getting lit. Cannagar from Bud Smith. Temple ball of hash, Frenchy cannoli twist. Miss me with that other, yo strain is looking hopeless. Green shock, we got that royal dopeness. Cannabis mixing up my doja. Terpenes, flavor and aroma. It's Croptober and I'm swimming in weed. I want the stickiest green and hella lemonine. Orange turpentine, I certainly will keep it in my personal stash. A 3rd degree burn. Pulling out the fire, I'ma break it down, roll it up, spark it with the lighter, I burn. Fresh jars I refill. Every day is like a smoke box, what be real? Mendo, dope band, burning it down. So put your hands to the sky for the high grade sound and say, I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo, dope. Yeah, I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo, dope.
On the pop, but I ain't talking shit. I smoke the finest weed you can't get. Thankful for Jah that I got some friends. I smoke a joint and then smoke one again. I like to smoke with my girl late at night. I like this beat and these vibes are so tight. I'll smoke one with you if you smoke one with me. I heard that you grow some fire ass tree.
You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that you know that I like to smoke.
What's up, everybody?
Hello. How's it going?
Happy Top Shelf Tuesday. I'm Big V.
I'm Zach.
Jeremy.
That's Jeremy. That's Zach. We're all here. Heart attack.
We're here and ready to dab.
Dab in. What are y'all dabbing with? Don't forget to tag somebody over there, guys.
I got some London pound cake flour.
I mean, sounds like a good dab.
That's going to be a hell of a dab, bro. We need to smash that first. We need it. Where's Dave at when you need him?
Where's Dave?
Well, damn it, Dave.
I know he's getting excited about doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was talking to him the other day, and he's definitely excited about it. We're going to be out. Remember, we're going to take our press to the Christmas party here next week, and we're going to be smashing nugs for you guys. So come on out and get your nugs smashed by AOD.
December 7th.
December 7th, 1820 McGee, the Tree Room, or
1820 Gallery.
1820 Gallery. That's what he likes. He likes to call it 1820 Gallery.
It's got a nicer flow to it, I think.
I hope so.
A little more high class.
Damn.
Oh,
Dude.
ooh. That one got you good?
Frozen back.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I haven't dabbed today yet.
Ah.
Today. I did this morning.
Oh, you did this morning. Okay.
Not today.
Got to get them lungs warmed up.
So we got a pretty cool show today.
How did I line up with this fucking lighter?
I don't know. Especially when I threw it.
All right. I thought we got rid of this.
We're gonna talk about
A little bit of this.
selecting your genetics. We're gonna continue our home grow little series we're doing here, and we're gonna talk about selecting your genetics that are going to fit you, what you like, and we're gonna talk about breeders a little bit. We're gonna talk about a little insight on genetics and breeding and what to look for and how to make sure you don't get snookered by pollen chuckers. So, and I say pollen chuckers with the utmost. I just lost my train of thought. Damn, that dab was good. Reverence, with the utmost reverence, because there's a place in the community for pollen chuckers, because sometimes throwing a couple plants together that really kick ass and seeing what you get is really neat. But there's some, a few little unwritten etiquettes that come along with when you decide to start calling yourself a breeder and selling genetics. Now, when it became legal in Missouri, we've been flooded with all kinds of people who are now genetic companies. All you got to do is get a bag of seeds and genetics and,
Yeah. It's crazy. I
Slurp
remember.
and Terp genetics, and I get hit up by 20 of them a day. But anyway, but let's get the announcements out of the way. Do we have any announcements?
Well, of course, like you already brought it up for this
Pop that up there.
Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yep.
What time does it start? 2 p.m.?
Let's see.
2 p.m. to 12 a.m. right down there on the lower right-hand corner.
There it is.
Y'all don't want to miss this
And,
one.
yeah, man, it's really come together nice. And, we've been getting to know everybody up there. Bearded Buds is coming in. A lot of you guys know Bearded Buds. Scenario, we're going to get to know him. Lady Blaze, what's her last name?
Stanlin.
We're going to get to know her. She's kind of new on the scene, just kind of sticking her head out, but she has a following in other areas, and she's just wanting to, be introduced to the cannabis community. So she's going to be there hosting, and of course I'm going to be there hosting. And then we don't have a name for that weird dude up there in the purple and jacket and the green hat, but evidently he's going to be hosting too, because he's up there. So, and real quick, I'm not really going to run through all the vendors here, but we got Nug Live Slappy, we got Overgrow KC, Nasty Glass, Green Gallo Farms is going to be rocking out there, Herbal Refreshments, Third Eye Organics, Budsies, Nothing Like Homegrown, who's on the show today. We're going to be talking with Blake from Nothing Like Homegrown. Higher Love, I always love to see Higher Love out there. And, of course, it's going to be at the Tree Room. And I'm not going to forget Isley Lane, because I'll never hear the end of it.
No, you won't.
Isley Lane's going to be there. She's going to be running the Ugly Christmas Sweater competition that I'm going to win.
You're going to win.
I'm going to win. Me and Andy are going head-to-head. And we'll probably both get beat, but him and I are going head-to-head. There's a special award for if my sweater's better than Andy's.
I want to go look for some. Looked everywhere.
You just found that out.
They just happen to be sold out.
Ugly Christmas sweaters? Yeah, you got to get them earlier.
Or at least I didn't have any luck.
But, one thing you might do is just ask old Isley Lane there if she can print you up a T-shirt.
Right.
I don't know if that qualifies as a sweater. I might have an ugly sweater you can borrow.
What if it's just a super ugly T-shirt that says ugly?
I don't know. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules for the sweater competition.
Right.
That's her. And if it were me, I'd say, "Fuck no, it ain't a sweater, dude. What's wrong with you? I'll get a sweater." But she might be a little more lenient than me. I'm like, no, play by the rules. So.
You're the complete opposite of that.
Apparently, Hy-Vee has ugly sweaters.
Hy-Vee has ugly sweaters. Go to Hy-Vee.
I was just playing. I'm not wearing an ugly sweater.
No, he's going to be Santa Claus. He's going to be. Have we figured out who Santa Claus is?
Who's going to be the Santa Claus?
Is actually here. So we also have some great giveaways toward the end of the show. We're going to spin the wheel. We got Sugar High brought some hats in. He wants to give away. Of course, we're going to be giving away our 7 grams of this, 1 gram of that.
And we got
stuff
some,
like that. I love giving weed away.
Oh, I know. We got some Nothing Like Homegrown gear to give away.
The fact that we can give it away. Nothing Like Homegrown is kind of sponsoring our giveaway here.
Yep.
We got some stuff, a
little
Slappy pack.
Yep.
So a little pack of stuff here from Slappy. You guys don't know who Slappy is. He's out there. I don't know the exact location of his store, but I know it's in South Kansas City, right off 71 Highway, I believe. Can I get an amen? Grandview. Okay, so it's in Grandview. So Slappy, if you're out there, got some slap. That looks like some rolling papers. Got Third Eye Slap in there. Got some Bugnetics stuff in there. It looks like, is that Bugnetics? Huh? Oh, that's a hash. No, not over here. I'm talking about the long one with Third Eye.
Oh, yeah, this is a dude.
Huh?
It's Doob Tube.
Oh, just a dude tube. Okay, I thought it might have some bugs in it. So,
Awesome. They got a awesome coffee cup.
coffee cup.
Wake and Medicate, number 22. So this is, I guess, the
That's awesome.
22nd one. Got
T-shirt.
a T-shirt, and then this badass coaster.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So got some good giveaways there. We'll be throwing all that shit, and of course, everyone's going to get a pack of something from Sugar High. Every giveaway, I'll get a pack of something from Sugar High. Some slaps, all kinds of shit. So we'll be loading it up. You know, it's the holiday time, and we really want to have a lot of giveaways to give you guys.
Yeah.
You know, and we really want to do that. So we want to have some cool shit. So if you got a company and you want to donate to our giveaways or have your company profiled and showcased on our show, hit me up. Hit me up so we can talk about it and you can be a giveaway sponsor. So yeah, other than that, what else do we have going on?
And if it seems like I'm slow to get your giveaways, it's because I am.
He is. And you know what?
I try to be expedient.
Here's why,
I really
because
do.
we know this. We know that you have been praying for patience.
Yes.
And so God is using us to help teach you patience. Why are you laughing, man?
This is not my laughing face.
It's true. So
Right.
God's using us to help teach you patience. So why is my hat all crooked like that? I need to go down here.
So
Hey, man, you said something to me. I'm like, what?
I see a couple comments coming through on how to get on the
Did I say
wheel.
that out loud?
You got to follow our page. There's a
You
or we
gotta
make a post in the morning. V
I like
makes
the
a post.
contrast better with the
With the TV back there.
and with the black switch flasher.
But yeah, so
This is what happens when we smoke pot, guys. So anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
with the giveaways to get on the wheel, follow the page. There's a post made in the morning on Tuesdays.
Yep.
Like the post, comment on the post, share it, tag someone, get your name on the wheel. If you're live, while you're live, we do have a trivia that we've been doing,
Yep.
so you can
Trivia.
win live, YouTube or Facebook.
And the trivia, just so you guys know, so you can brush up, it's always going to be a grow question until it's not. And we'll let you know then. But it's right now, while we're doing this little grow series that we're doing or whatever, it's always going to be about growing, because what we want to do is we don't just want to throw shit out there. We want to educate you guys. We want to help you learn, and we want to help you, tighten your grow game, basically. So,
And be on today's trivia, because you're going to get these seeds,
which seeds are those?
the Trailer Park
Trailer
Boys,
Park Boys.
Oh, fuck. Hell yeah.
Ricky's Ash Plant.
Ricky's Hat, Genius times Puck.
And I'll ask you this:
times
if you're not a
Airborne
grower,
G14.
if you're not a grower and you wouldn't appreciate these seeds, don't answer the question if you know it. Just saying. But if
And-
you're not a grower, you're probably not going to get the answer to the question.
Since Nothing Like Homegrown's on the page today, if you guys are following their page or like their page and you get these seeds, we'll double in this one-of-a-kind Ricky's Trailer Park Boys graphic novel. It's got
Ricky's graphic, dude, that thing's going to be worse than bank.
and it's got a scratch and sniff cover. But like I said, you have to be liked to Nothing Like Homegrown, our guest today, and we will send that with.
Have you scratched the scratch and sniff?
Oh, it probably doesn't smell anymore.
You better scratch it on.
Everybody I showed to scratch that thing.
I won't tell you the magazines we used to get scratched.
So if it smells like weed, it's because we're going to take
Right.
some of our weed and rub it across the cover.
It's probably just sitting in our house, soaked up the fucking smell.
Actually, it's probably, it probably does smell more like weed now than what it did before.
So so we got that going on, and
I
then
want one more thing on that
thing.
now. I saw in the comments that she just saw the post and commenting. If you commented after 11:30, your name
Yeah.
won't be on the wheel.
yeah,
'cause
the
we-
shut off. I need to put that on there.
Yeah.
Shut off at 11:30.
Yep.
So that's my bad. Sorry. can't do anything about it, just
No.
say sorry.
Yep.
We'll fix it. We can do that. So
Yeah.
we'll fix it. It won't be like that next time. We'll let you know that
Yes.
it shuts off at 11:30. We don't have time to do that right before we're getting ready, and I'm too lazy. So, yeah,
But-
cool, groovy. Now,
Next thing
New
coming
Year's
up.
Eve?
Yep.
New Year's Eve party. Bam. 2025 New Year's Canabash is coming up. And that's obviously on December 31st.
Yep.
And that starts at 7 p.m., goes to 2 a.m. And we're going to be there with the dab bar. There's going to be flower bar. That's not going to be us, but we're going to be there with the dab bar. And a flower bar is going to be there. A vape bar is going to be there. Free infused drinks. Free, you can read. Why am I reading it to everybody? Free enhanced snack bar. Is that one company doing the snacks? Bone Dead Munchies or whatever?
Hollis?
I can't remember.
Yeah. Is that who it is? Anyway,
I don't know.
it's going to be cool. It's going to be off the chain.
I have not got to try his food yet.
It's going to be out of this world.
It's really good though, and it looks great.
It's going to be
Epic.
epic as.
Not even epic. New words.
Dude, I'm trying to come up with a new word to describe just how fucking awesome this party is going to be.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I can't. It's going to be that awesome. It's at the tree room.
Yep.
18, 20 grand. Or
Exactly.
McGee.
Same spot where the Christmas
McGee.
party's
Or
going to
Grand- so we can
McGee.
do something
Yeah,
McGee.
McGee.
I keep, because
18,
Grant is
20
right over.
McGee.
Yep, same spot as a Christmas party next week. Week right after that, next Saturday, there's going to be a New
Yep.
Year's Eve party.
And again, this location is right around the corner from
Yeah.
KC Canafest.
Right.
Literally right around the corner.
Well, where it was.
right, where it was.
Because
Where it was.
where we want it to be, where it's hopefully going to be,
Oh, yeah.
where we're manifesting it to be, is going to be basically where they had the Irish Fest last year.
Yeah.
Down on the. Did you put the pictures and the video up that Jay got?
We haven't
Okay.
yet.
So we went down there, but under the 635 bridge in the West Bottoms, there's a Liberty Courtyard. So it's going to be huge. I mean,
Yes.
and then the parking is right there. No more downtown parking. We have a parking lot that will hold almost 800 cars.
Yeah.
And then parking across the street from there and a special vendors parking. It's going to be awesome. If you want to vend right there, for more information, go to topshelfkcog.com and you'll be able to find all the information you need and a link to fill out a vendor request form. Go there. Tickets, we're shooting for January 1st for tickets to go on sale.
Yep.
So, and then of course, we're going to have some here to give away, some VIP passes. The VIP, you know what? I don't want to get into talking about all that on this episode. So anyway, we got a long time to talk about Canafest.
Yep.
So right now, let's concentrate on the Sugar High Christmas. That's going to be off the chain. You guys want to come out there, man.
December 7th, right?
December 7th.
This
man.
Saturday.
2 p.m.
This
is when it
Saturday.
starts. I'm sure it's going to get rolling closer to, 5, 6 p.m., whatever. There's going to be food trucks there. It's going to be cool. So come
4
down.
days away.
4 days away, guys. So other than that, what are we going to do now?
Well, we had some Grow Talk to talk a little bit about.
Are we going to talk about the Grow Talk before we bring Blake on, or are we going to let him
know
in
what?
on the Grow Talk?
He'd be a good one to get in on.
Let's
the Grow
get him
Talk.
in on the Grow Talk.
All right.
So we're going to bring Blake from Nothing Like Homegrown on here.
And to set the mood for Grow Talk, of course, I made a transition
Okay.
video.
Of course, Zach.
Yeah.
All
So we'll bring him on.
right, cool. what a beautiful scene. A seed sprouting its taproot. So, right on.
I like your tie-dye, man.
And I've been
I
calling
was
him.
noticing that.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. Did your wife make that?
Yeah, she did. She does all the really complicated ones.
Yeah. I was telling them last week, I got one from you guys. It's just fucking cool, dude. The way it spans out, it's really
Right
awesome.
on.
It almost looks like a trimmer blade, where it's got blades on each side.
Ah, yes, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly
something
what
like
you're talking
that.
about.
So, but it looks really super cool. So, but yeah, we're here with Sean Blake. Nothing like homegrown.
Hi,
What
guys.
you guys know him. A lot of you guys already know him. And he come on here so we can talk about the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have him here. I mean, and he likes to grow.
Yes,
I
I
like
do.
to grow. I remember when he was just getting started growing. And you got those people that they get started growing and they just kind of puddle along and they never really like put their heart into it or whatever. And they grow some okay pot. And then you talk to them a year or two later and they're like, oh yeah, well, I'd love to start back up, but I just have to get some other things out. Basically, they found out that growing wasn't really for them. Okay. He brought me some smoke, some samples over a while back, man. It's a while
Probably a
back.
year ago.
Dude. Yeah, it's been a while. And, I smoked them and I was not unimpressed. And I was just like, wow, dude, you're doing a really good fucking job, man. And, he's one of the guys that, he had his own crew that has taught him and, shown him his ways. I mean, I don't know, I might have been asked a question or two along the way here
Oh,
and
yeah.
there, just
I'm sure.
opinion. But I had nothing to do with him learning to grow, but he's doing a fantastic job. I've never heard him say anything I can't agree with,
I appreciate
as far as growing goes.
I appreciate that.
But, so yeah, he does a great job. So why not have him up here talking about growing? But first, I want you to tell everybody who you are, because, I mean, most of the people on here know you.
Right.
But anyway, for those who don't, and for those who are going to watch this video down the road that doesn't know, tell people who you are. You're going to be at the Christmas party this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And tell us what you and your wife do.
I'm Sean. My wife is Letitia. Together, we're nothing like homegrown. Basically, we make tie-dyes and we get out in the community and we try to, actually, we have a program going where we work with the Green Angels Network and several other
Yeah,
people across
yep.
the state to distribute
Love those
FICO
guys.
to cancer patients in need free of charge. So last year, our network, the people that we work with were able to distribute almost 1,000 grams of FICO.
Wow, dude.
So
1,000 grams of
Yeah.
FICO for free.
yes, sir.
Okay, do the math on that. Okay, and they could have very well sold it, but do the math on what they gave, and you're not even doing it for that.
No.
You're just
no.
doing it because you give a shit.
Yeah,
You
we've had
care,
friends
dude. You care.
who have been battling cancer or
Yeah.
debilitating pain, have been through surgeries, and we saw the benefits. So
Right.
it was something we could get behind. So.
And unfortunately, insurance doesn't cover cannabis treatment of any kind. So the thing about it is, when you're suffering from a debilitating condition, whether it's cancer, whether it's you got blown up in an IED in combat, or you had a bad car wreck, no matter what it is, if you're in chronic pain, or you have cancer, or you're dealing with multiple sclerosis or anything like that, seizures, whatever, you need this medication. And I mean,
Autism, we have
insurance
couple of
doesn't
autism
pay
patients.
for it. If you go buy it at the dispensary, it's going to be what, $40 to $60 a gram.
usually.
And so that's $60,000 worth of medication at that price that they gave away.
Right.
I mean, and so yeah, it's like, how can you afford when you need sometimes 2 to 3 grams a day?
Exactly. Yeah.
How can you afford? How can the regular person who goes out and works every day afford that, much less somebody who can't work because they have a debilitating condition? They can't work. Their insurance won't pay for it. They, meds for whatever reason. Me for one, my personal story with a family member, was that, you know, they were waiting on a kidney transplant. And this when I first started growing. Waiting on a kidney transplant, couldn't get, you know, they were on the list, had been on the list for over a year, was dwindling away, was like 78 pounds. Now, he was a small guy anyway, but he was 78. Normally, he was
Right.
130, 140 pounds. But, you know, he couldn't really work. He was on dialysis every night, and he was counting on cannabis, and he had somebody that had been driving to Colorado and back to get it for him. And at one point, the guy just stopped coming around, stopped answering his phone, stopped this or that. And I would assume back then, if he was going to Colorado and coming back across Kansas, he probably got popped.
Right.
You know, that's not a joke, man. The people out there for years putting their freedom and their lives on the line. We had Zach Nutt here not too long ago. You know, 5 years in the federal penitentiary, man, for trafficking cannabis, you know. And these people are bringing medication. Well, make a long story short, I started growing the medication for my cousin, and that was my first realization of what this was all about, for me anyway, you know. And so, you know, there are, you know, we have to, those of us who can, most of us feel an obligation to help those who can't
Right.
at least get the medicine they need. That doesn't mean we can help everybody. That doesn't mean everybody who hits my inbox is going to come get an ounce of weed from me because they say they need it, okay? That's not how that works.
Yeah.
You know, there's a specific protocol you go to. And if you've gone through Green Angels Network, I would say you've been vetted.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, and I've helped people out right from the page there and stuff, you know, and I feel pretty good about that whole network. I feel pretty good about it. So
From them to, I mean, working with, I mean, it all started really with,
Daddies.
yeah,
I
working
mean,
with
you know,
Clayton and
yeah,
Richard and
right.
and doing that stuff
Yep.
over there. And
the Muffin Man.
yes,
That's
sir.
who you mean, right? Richard
Yes, sir.
Breland. If you don't know Richard Breland, he's the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man?
Love those guys, but
He makes some
yeah, I
muffins,
started
brother.
working with them, and,
I ate one of his
and
muffins one time.
they taught me how to do it, and
Right.
and from there we, I mean, we just started processing,
Oh, yeah,
you
dude.
know, our trim, and it got to the point now that where we can donate 2 whole plants from each grow,
You grow.
yeah,
That's
to
awesome.
make medicine, and then of course we take donations and
Right.
stuff as well.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. That's awesome, dude. You got my admiration for everything you do, because that's what it takes. It takes a community, man. So, right on. So, talk about the shirt.
oh, my shirt.
The one we're
Oh.
giving away.
This one? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Well, this one is
See, Brenda thinks for me too.
this one has our small logo on the
has
front
to,
there,
dude.
and then our big Wake and Medicate logo on the
Nice.
back.
And that's your podcast, right?
Yes, sir. Wake and Medicates. We do that on Thursday mornings at 8 a.m.
Nice.
We get on and have coffee, chat with people, basically like what you guys do. Talk
Yeah.
to them about what's going on in the community. Talk to them about, you know, patients growing,
Right.
show them the garden, that kind
Hell
of
yeah,
thing. So,
dude. And you know, there's not too much of that. There can't
Not
be too
morning
much. There
shows.
can't be too much of it. There can't be too much of people coming online and sharing their knowledge and passion with the community. That they're just, to me, there can't be enough of it.
yeah.
You know, so yeah. And
That's the STARS program from that is kind of, we use that, all the money from that we get on STARS goes straight to our RSO or our FICO program.
right.
So
Yeah.
we use that to buy alcohol, syringes, things like that.
Right. And so,
Whatever supplies we need.
So then the people that view your podcast actually get a chance to help you guys help other people.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's beautiful, man. That's
Yes, sir.
beautiful. So,
We appreciate them.
so what we'll talk about growing a little bit, man.
Yeah. Let's move into it.
So, what we've been talking about last week, we were able to briefly brush through the mediums, and look, there's so much more to that, so much more in depth. But see, what we're doing is we're doing a brush over here, and then we're going to carry this on out throughout the year with little sections on each of what we're talking about now, where we like do a whole month on soil or growing methods. We do a whole month on building out your room. We do a whole month on, you know, where each week we're able to like bring it down with more details, you know what I mean, and have more guests on and stuff like that, because so much we need to talk about, like beneficial insects is one of the, we've got some giveaways from Third Eye Organics over here somewhere.
I think he's got him right over there.
He's got him right over there. So, yeah, but anyway, that's someone I want to have Clayton come on the show and talk about, soil and
Right.
stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know that we're going to ship this to you, but if you're local, like within, what's your range, Jeremy? 100 miles?
Sure.
Huh?
I've been known to be down as far as the Ozarks.
Oh, I know. If we're down that way, yeah.
Right.
And so, we'll bring it to you, or you can meet us halfway, or you can come get it. But, that's pretty heavy. Probably costs a pretty penny to mail that.
I don't know, man. I wonder if those will fit in this.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So, anyway,
Ship.
so we've gone through all that, and right now we went through grow methods, and I hope you all have kind of looked at what's going on in your own life, and if you were to start a grow, what kind of method you might like to do. And some of you are drawn to hydroponics. I've gotten several messages, hey man, does your grow coach program cover hydroponics if I want hydroponics? You know what? I have no prejudices about how you like to grow your cannabis. And I can teach you whatever way you need. I've done them almost all. So, yes, I will coach you in how to do a hydroponics. No problem at all. And I have no prejudices. I have preferences, but not prejudices. So I have my preference, and it's soil. It's organic soil. So moving on into if you figured out your grow method that you think you'd like to try, the next thing you really need to figure out is, what are you going to grow? Are you going to, where are you going to get? And this is what I see. I'm coming at you with what I came out with most of the struggles people have who I deal with on a daily basis. And one of the big struggles that people go through is, what kind of seeds do I want? Where am I going to get them from? Who has good genetics? Who am I going to know is going to sell me a seed and then actually deliver it and everything? So, that is a very sketchy game sometimes when it comes to cannabis seeds, because there's no written laws on how this happens, and there are a lot of different things out there that you can get. That we were talking about, some earlier that we had gotten from somebody we both knew from, they're from out of state or whatever, but we got them, and you had a problem with Hermes, and when I got them, I had a problem with some of them that weren't supposed to be autoflowers being autoflowers. And the batches were mixed. I grow 10 seeds out, and half of them were photo regulars, and half of them were friggin', well, probably only really 2 or 3 of them were autoflowered. I think there was 2 of them that autoflowered on me, and I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? So, and this is just what that is basically, is that somebody slapping, that they're a seed company. I could go, Mountain Valley Genetics, and throw some seeds in a bag and go make some hype and get everybody to buy my seeds. Make shit up. There's a lot of that goes on out there, and you really,
Coming soon.
you really have to kind of do a little homework before you buy seeds. But the first thing you need to figure out is, what kind of plants do you want to grow? Do you want to grow indicas? Do you want to grow sativas? Do you want to grow hybrids? Figure out what you want to grow. Okay, and that's the first thing you need to do. So to do that, you have to experiment with a lot of weed. You have to smoke a lot of weed, and but I think if for the most part, people who are going to start growing, I think they know what they want, and most of the time, you're not going to go wrong with just a good balanced hybrid. Just get a good hybrid. That's my suggestion, a good hybrid. But it's easier to get indicas than it is sativas seed-wise, okay? And knowing what you're getting, having a reputable company that's even more sketchy. So do your homework. Ask other people who know. If you know somebody knows, not somebody going, hey, get these seeds, man, they're the best around. Not that, but if you know somebody is rooted in their grow, and find the ones that really don't boast about the seeds too much and ask them. Or, if they're an authority on things, ask them. And most of them are going to have, seed companies that they'll recommend you to, or they might even have a little stash of seeds there that they can give you some proven genetics out of. But chances are, if you like a variety and you plant a seed, you're not going to get anything that even resembles that variety unless you're going to a reputable breeder. Okay, because there's just so much pollen chucking out there, and cannabis is like apples. Okay, no matter what you do, if you plant a seed off of one plant, unless those plants have been worked down through a selective breeding process, chances of you finding what you experienced when you smoked the bud you smoked to make you want to grow that seed are probably maybe 10%, I would say. 1 in 10, maybe. That's being generous too,
Yeah, that's.
It's
maybe
true
one
though,
in
isn't it,
100.
dude? Yeah, like 10. Yeah, I mean it's true, isn't it?
I mean, chances are, if you didn't take a clone from that thing, you're probably not going to see it for a while.
Right, and that's where I was going next. Me, I only do seeds if I'm hunting. There's our seeds. That's what cannabis seeds look like. I only do seeds if I'm hunting for something, or if I'm playing around, or if I'm trying to find. I've heard that this particular cross produces a lot of dumpers, and I'm looking for a hash dumper. Then I'm going to grow some, and I'm looking, and I'm playing. I got my own little area over here just for doing that. It's not my main grow, because I can't sacrifice my main grow, because if you get a Hermie, you've pollinated your whole grow. You're screwed. Yep. I mean, who wants? To me, I would just end up having to turn it all into rosin. If it got seeded, and it's happened to me before. We've all had it happen.
Oh.
So, my recommendations on seed companies, I have a couple. Do you have any?
I'd probably recommend pretty much one of the ones that you're going to recommend right off the top. I'd say Captain Redbeard.
Captain Redbeard's always solid, man.
Yep.
Here's the thing. The dude's got solid gear. He's got some that's great and easy to grow.
Yep.
And he's got some that's a little more advanced, but it's, my chocolate mimosa, a little finicky, or the CM1 cut that I have, a little finicky, but worth every bit of trouble. So, Grape Funk, I've heard that, Alex. I've heard Grape Funk's a hell of a dumper.
I like
Now, if I can get a proven clone, then I would definitely be willing to fucking grow that shit.
I'm going to be running Grape Funk next round. Alex is one of our sponsors. I just ran candied muffins last round, and I had excellent results. I'll show you some of the bud.
Right on. There's a couple of guys in Missouri that go way back, and they're breeders, and they were very well known breeders. In the circle back before, when you had to know somebody to get into the know. Because they were in Missouri, and it was illegal. You can't breed cannabis in Missouri. But one of them is Motor Rebel, and I haven't seen that dude around for a while. But if you can find some old Motor Rebel gear, I'd love to get a hold of some old Motor Rebel gear. But, okay, so Captain Redbeard, can't go wrong. I don't know if we have the picture up, but if you go to CaptainRedbeardSeeds.com, and Zach's going to put it in the chat. What the fuck is that, dude? Is that Captain Redbeard? Oh, okay. And you put in, yeah, there it is. Okay. Captain Redbeard, put in top shelf, and you get a 10% discount.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Captain's been really good to us. He's always supported everything we did. He's got great gear. I actually made a cross with his Thorsberry and my Purple Kush. That's what my Blitzkrieg Kush is, and it's a hell of a nice pheno,
I think that's still around too.
Huh?
I think I've seen people still running it around.
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah, it's still running out there.
And I like her because, okay, so
Somebody ran it
your-
outdoor this year.
Your Thor's board,
The
really?
Blitzkrieg?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get to try
I'll
that
have
one?
to. I'll have to look into it and
Okay.
see who it was. They were sending me messages.
I'd like to see how it did outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I like how floral both sides of
Oh yeah.
it is.
Yeah. So, but you know, so Captain Redbeard seeds, and then I'm going to also recommend for some good old school genetic from some solid breeders. You can find that on NorthAtlanticSeedCompany.com. I don't know those guys. I've never done anything but buy seeds from them. But I've had good luck with anything I bought from them. And the reason I buy from them is because they're just a vendor. And they have some good, they've got Serious Seeds. They've got, you know, Bodai. They've got all the old, you know, the reputable breeders on their site, you know. So, yeah, so NorthAtlanticSeedCompany.com. But anyway, educate yourself before you buy seeds, not so much on the seeds, but on the company you're getting them from the people you're getting from. Try to get your seeds from somebody who has been around for a while and who has a reputation as a breeder, you know, a decent breeder. And don't ask another breeder because they all hate each other. Am I wrong, dude?
That's funny.
To every breeder, that breeder sucks ass. And I understand why, you know, but, you know, yeah, so do your education. Now, what I'm going to really suggest, the only reason I suggest, I like all of my clients to start their seeds, to start from seed first. Just because I think you ought to know how to germinate seeds. And that's one thing we're going to be talking about next week is germinating seeds. And then we're going to
that'll
do
be a good one
taking
because
clones.
everybody does it their own way.
Yeah, and I've already got videos made, so we're just probably going to patch them in. But yeah, so we're going to talk about germinating seeds. But the next thing I want to suggest is think about proven clones. I wouldn't suggest going on, yeah, that's your clone right there. I wouldn't really suggest going on a website online unless you've gotten them referred to you from somebody that knows, because a lot of those people just cut anything and say, yeah, here's your cutting. If they, again, do the same thing with a breeder, if they have good genetics and they have good reviews, and you maybe know somebody that's gotten something from them here or there before, then, you know, take your chance and buy a clone. But I'm telling you, clones are expensive, and they should be. I don't have any problem with people who charge $50 or $100 for a clone. They should be, because it takes hard work and care and to keep them healthy through the cloning stage. You get a clone and it looks healthy and you're happy with it, you know, you got to realize that probably that one clone, there might be another one-to-one ratio depending on how the skill of the cloner. He's going to lose several of the clones he takes. Not that he actually can't use them in his garden, but he wouldn't sell them because they just don't look good. They look like they're struggling. They look like they're stressing out. I don't want to sell a stressed out clone to somebody, you know. So you're getting the cream of his crop usually, but you know, there's some clone companies, and I'll get those for you down the road. But if you have a friend, you know somebody like him, or anybody else that you know grows, and they have some good bud, and they're willing to give up a couple clones for you to take, that's the route you should really go if you can, okay?
Maybe I just killed like 12. I don't know what the fuck happened.
It happens.
See, if you'd have come to me and got your clone, it would already been established in soil, man. You wouldn't have had to kill it, man.
I seem to recall.
What hey, bro, there ain't no shame in my game.
No.
I dumped that whole fucking tray of clones on the floor just the other day.
And I'm thinking the same way that you are. When you get a clone, if you come and get a clone from me, I gift you a clone. It's gonna be rooted already.
It's gonna look
in
nice.
soil.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's
Established.
gonna be ready to pot.
It's gonna be
you know,
established.
and go.
And
He's got to
you know,
laugh it off sometimes.
Oh, dude, I
Well,
dumped.
what are you gonna do?
Dude, I literally had probably 30 clones in the tray, and I was trying to do too much stuff at once. No excuses. I had too much shit in my hands. I turned, the tray went thunk upside down, and then it didn't just land upside down, which probably would have got me a couple broke clones, but they would have all stayed where they were.
Mm-hmm.
It hit the side of something else and went wonky, and all the clones went foomp in a big pile. and I'm going, fuck.
Which one's which?
Who knows? And so at that point, it's all trash to me. I'm not gonna. I don't have time to sit and grow them out and try to figure out what's what and all that. I don't have time. So
That's the
Yeah,
other thing too.
that shit happens, man.
Once you have to waste your first plant, you
get over it real quick.
Yeah, you become a different type
I'm gonna
of
say
grower
that
altogether.
anymore, I might take a few extras just to make
Yeah,
sure that
I
I get a
always
good
do, yeah,
strong
yeah,
crop, and then cull those other ones off.
It's like a new car. Man. You always do it a certain way until
Yeah.
you get that first scratch, and then you're like,
Right.
no matter what.
But
it's
some are
never
going
the
to
same.
stress, some aren't. But the moral of the story is, to me, I think you should go from proven cutting, only because it's not easier to grow. It is a little bit, but more so because you know what you're getting, and you know you're going to have a successful first grow, and you're not going to, because a lot of times people send me pictures. What's going on with my plant? And I look at it and I'm like, probably bad genetics, to be honest with you, because you get seeds, you get all kinds of funky growth and all kinds of stuff. It could be something in the soil. It could be something you're doing. But a lot of times it's just bad genetics and they grow wonky. Some of them come out of it, some of them don't. But we'll get into that later down the road.
And man, you don't want to accidentally get some plant TDs, like some spider mites or some mold.
Right.
Or some,
Well, there's other stuff
you
that's
really got to watch what you're getting in on
like
your plants.
mosaic virus, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't want to transfer that stuff into your seeds
Absolutely
or nothing
don't.
either. So
Absolutely don't. And that's all the stuff we're going to get into when we get into more advanced things, talking about more advanced situations. So, but anyway, right now, choosing your genetics, figure out what's right for you. Most of you are going to probably want to stick with a good hardy hybrid, a well-balanced hybrid. They seem to have a little more vigor and a little less finicky traits to them. I know my heavy indicas are always a bit finicky. My heavy sativas, they're real finicky. So good hybrids, they're probably going to give you the ease of grow. And so, and you'll get something good. Feminized seeds, I would recommend at this rate. There was a time when I was dead against them, but now I would recommend feminized seeds.
start now.
I think
Yeah, starting out, we've learned a lot because, why go through the game of having to figure out what sex they are or whatever, watch for Hermes and
Right.
it's just easier. You know what I mean? I do not personally, okay, let's talk about that. We didn't cover that. Okay, so you've got a couple of different types of cannabis, and you've got your ruderalis, which is your autoflower, okay, and you're going to have to decide whether you want to do autoflower or photo period type of plant. I don't know about autoflower. I've grown autoflowers, and I think they suck. I don't like them. I don't like the way they grow. They're a pain in the ass. They're finicky. If you don't do this just right, they go to shit. I don't think an autoflower is probably the best type of cannabis for a beginner to grow. However, if you're good and you learn them, I've seen some people do some really good shit with autoflowers, man, but not me. It's not my thing. I prefer a photo period. So you'll have to do your research or watch our show down the road to help yourself decide whether you're going to want to do a photo period or an autoflower. Autoflowers are good for the fact that you don't have to worry about changing your life cycles. You don't have to worry about any of that. Flower does it all on its own. And if you're growing outdoors, you can get several crops a year in with autoflowers instead of just a couple.
See, that kind of intrigues me on outside.
Yeah.
Just running some autos.
I
out
thought
there.
about plunking some around the yard at my house. It's a big pot. It's just
I
some
mean,
autoflowers.
it's a good idea if you're in a greenhouse and you're kind of looking to pick up a little extra harvest. You can run autos along the outside
Yeah.
and have your major plants vegging and ready to spread out when you harvest those autos. Those autos will go off, and about the time you're ready to start stretching, and they're ready to spread out. So I mean, you can harvest those autos and get 2 in a year.
Yeah. And see, that's what I've heard a lot of people say is that they like to grow the autoflowers because they can get if you work it right, you get a couple of harvests a year out of it,
But-
and if you offset the seeding too, you can get, through the summer too.
Right,
So.
and I do agree that they are picky, they are finicky.
You have more experience with them than I do.
Yeah, I've ran some pretty good ones. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we pulled 5 to 7 ounces off of autos indoors, so I mean, I think we've done pretty good with some of them. But there are a lot of them
That's
that
pretty good.
I mean, if you do one little thing wrong, there goes an ounce.
Right.
Say it gets hungry just one time. Oh, there goes another ounce.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yep.
takes time on autos.
Yep.
They do not take stress well.
They're very high maintenance.
Yes, they are.
Very high maintenance. So, hey, if you're the kind of guy or the kind of girl that likes a high maintenance partner, autoflowers might be for you. They're not for me. I know that. I like photos. So anyway,
Correct.
I think I'm going to cut off the grow talk there because we could go on and we're going to go on later. We about it more in depth, and I want to get to some of this other stuff and get giving some shit away, man, and see if we can't put some cool stuff in the hands of some people. Are we going to do? Let's do our trivia question first. Are you busy over there, bro?
Oh, I was waiting for the picture to come up of it. All right. So actually, that's what I was bringing up on my phone because I forgot what the trivia question was.
You forgot what it was?
That's why I needed the phone.
Bring it up on the screen, Zach. That's awesome.
That was all wrong.
We got our shit together today. Okay, purple stems.
Purple stems.
We're talking about purple stems. What causes purple stems? How do you solve the purple stem crisis? The first person to answer.
First one to
right.
tell us what the problem is there.
That's not right, hobby puppets. Nuts is not right, Brandon. Stress. Duh. We're not looking for what causes it, nobody. We're looking at what fixes it. How to solve a purple stem. We got some answers coming
There you
up.
go, right there. Elijah Wilson.
There it is. Phosphorus. Purple stems, while sometimes they can be just genetic.
I'd say that question's more directed toward like if you're in veg.
Let's shout. Who won?
Elijah Wilson.
Elijah Woods.
Wilson, I think.
Elijah Wilson.
Elijah Woods.
Elijah Wilson. Yeah, you won some Trailer Park Boys. Ricky's Hash Plant. Thank you.
On YouTube. So
Nice.
He's on YouTube.
what
He's on YouTube.
are you guys on YouTube?
I'm glad.
I have a YouTube channel. I haven't done a whole lot with it. I have a YouTube baseball card channel. That's where I do most of my stuff on YouTube. So
Dude, that kicks ass if we had a YouTube viewer win that.
See, so you
That
can't
makes sense.
follow and you can't get this now. No. Okay. What we'll do, I'll sit down with Nothing Like Homegrown here, and we'll figure out a way that you can. Because if you're on YouTube, they're probably not on Facebook.
We'll figure it out, dude.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to
it
get that to you too.
So real quick, phosphorus. A lot of times, a purple plant can be genetic, or not a lot of times. I'll say sometimes. Mostly, that's in the heavier indicas, and the majority of the time, you'll find out if you up their phosphorus, they will come out of it. The quickest way to fix a phosphorus is with a foliar, a good foliar spray, because the plant's going to take the nutrients in about 30% faster through the leaves than it does the soil, especially if you're growing in organic soil and you're going to use a phosphorus that has to be broke down. So like a seabird guano or something like that has to be broke down. Then you'd want to make a tea and then, give it a tea. But there's not a whole lot of phosphorus foliar sprays you can get that are organic. So, but I don't think that problem was bad enough that you would really need to go crazy trying to fix it. Give it a little bit of juice in the roots and it'll come right out of it. So,
Usually,
phosphorus.
if I get that in a veg situation, and that's
that's
mostly
easy,
what
yeah.
it was directed toward, I'd just give them a quick light feeding of most of your bloom feeds are heavy.
Yeah, you know, but if they're just lacking the phosphorus, I might come in.
Right.
And I might get me a paint sock or a
I got you.
pantyhose, and I might just dump me like a quarter cup of compost in there, maybe mushroom compost, or even just some regular compost, and then maybe a quarter cup of worm castings in there, and then maybe a half a cup of high phosphorus seabird guano. You can get that from fuck man, I'm gonna have a brain freeze. What nutrients? Down to Earth.
Yeah.
You can get that from Down to Earth in a box, and I like the seabird because they don't destroy the environment getting the guano. I
like that.
And then I put that over into a 5-gallon bucket and let that brew overnight, and then feed that to the plants, about a quart apiece, right around the stem of the plant. A couple days, you should see that shit
Elijah's
coming out.
What do you mean by brew?
Give a plant a whole
Brew.
egg.
Maybe.
Okay.
There.
You know what? We are definitely going to be covering that later down the road. But brewing, so when you're doing an organic tea, what you do is you have to put the ingredients down in the water, and you have to oscillate the water for a certain amount of time and keep it oxygenated so that your microbial life comes to life, and it actually right there, it does it a lot faster in water. It will, the microbial life in the ingredients, in the compost mostly, will come out and start feeding on the other stuff, and it will convert that stuff into a tea, which makes it almost immediately usable for the plant. Okay, just like if you were feeding it salt-based nutrients. Basically, what you're doing is you're collating the nutrients overnight.
Right.
You know, but you're doing it in a natural manner. So you're making it available for the plants
I think Clayton
rapidly.
said
And
that.
by adding the worm casting, you said worm castings. That's
Right.
kind of important. That's
Is that what you're saying, Clayton?
we've got.
Use this.
I brought you some of those TO tea bags, so you can
Right.
try that too.
Oh, the
That's
tea
for making
bag.
tea.
That's not
Yeah,
my
those
tea
bags.
bags.
Okay.
That's the biochar there.
Yeah, this is
bio-
biochar.
Yes, sir.
Well, what he has is he showed me
That's
he's
what he
got
said, the tea bag.
specific tea bags that we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about them today,
Right.
but we're going to talk about them.
That's
and
cool.
it's like basically they're meant for what I use a paint sock for, and they're probably a finer micron. They probably hold the ingredients in a little better. And
Like you were saying with
Nice.
the tea bags as well, it not only does it add nutrients and things like that, it also adds microbes as
Right.
well.
Right.
That's why the worm casting.
Yes.
So you pull out those nematodes and things
Yeah,
like that that are
yeah.
beneficial for your soil.
right, and the worm castings I use have them in them, like because I get worm poop on, so that's what we got. So, and you know, also now again, I've said this before. I don't necessarily use it. However, I am going to experiment with it in my tea. Okay, because I don't necessarily put it in my soil. I've been doing my soil. I'm very finicky about my soil. Okay, because you can fuck your soil up quick. So I don't. But I'm gonna give his one thing I haven't done is I haven't tried using his biochar in a tea. And the reason I think it would be good in a tea is because of the microbial life that's in the biochar. You know, and I don't know a lot about it, but I have put it in my soil when we were making the OG blend and the dank. Biochar was something we added, and we did use third eye. So you know,
Biochar, it kind of acts like a host for the
for
microbes,
the microbes, right?
in the soil. It's all kind of beneficial. It acts like a filter. Like I'll put a layer of it. Like I'll
In the
put
bottom,
2 inches
right,
of
yeah,
soil,
yeah.
then I'll put a little layer of biochar, and what that does is it allows me to, like the roots will get down there and eat that out early on. But then when I go to feed and I'm doing my top dressing and I'm watering that stuff down, you know, it's washing down, it hits that layer of biochar. Well, the roots ate that biochar out, but the water running back through that gets filtered by the biochar. It captures the good stuff. I lose
Right.
less, or I use less nutrients to feed my plants that
Gotcha.
way. So.
Gotcha.
And then
Okay.
it helps with moisture retention, things like
Yeah.
that. And Yeah, the bugs love it. The bugs love it. I mean, they'll hug around that stuff and
Really?
mate and lay eggs on it and stuff.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So you have it. Knows way more about it than I do, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'm going to start experimenting with it a little bit here and there. So anyway, let's give some shit away now. We're going to do a Wheel of Dank. First Wheel of Dank is going to be, you're going to get the Nothing Like Homegrown gifts that they brought. And then you're going to get to choose either a 1/4 ounce of flour, a gram of Yabba Dabba Doo, or clone. It's your choice. So we have a Wheel of Dank up. Here we go, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for. Spin that wheel, Zachy. Shauna Loberg Powell. Are you here, Shauna? Tell us what you want. You won the Nothing Like Homegrown stuff. And then tell us what you want as far as product goes, and we'll get it out to you. Shoot us a message in our inbox. Anybody who wins today, let me say that real quick. Anybody who wins today, what you need to do is you need to send us a message on the page to our inbox. Don't send it to me because I'm going to say, send a message to our inbox on the page. That's all you're going to get from me because I don't answer those messages. That's not my job. And then the person that answers those messages, we'll get with you and arrange a way for you to get your belongings, your prize, your winnings. So,
What about these?
yeah, we do that.
That's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
We won't
That's coming
have
up really
another
fast. I'm
Tuesday,
looking
man.
forward to this.
We won't have another Tuesday. So we'll give some, we've got tickets to give away too. So if you're from anywhere close to the Kansas City area, or you tell us you're in Kansas City, then we'll give you, on these 3 main prizes, we'll give you a ticket to the, if you might come, if you're going to come to this, we'll give you tickets. So, but right now, let me ask, I'm going to ask a question. Who lives in Kansas City and wants to go to this and hasn't got a ticket yet? Who? Which one of you guys out there?
Certainly got to be somebody, right?
Somebody. Hey, Nessa. Jamie, Suzanne, do you want to go to this? That's the question. Okay, so Jamie and Ross. Jamie and Ross just won. Jamie and Ross. You got them?
Yep.
You know who they are?
No,
You
I
got
don't
the
know
last
who they
name?
are, but I got.
No, did you get the last name?
I'll look back for Ross.
Well, he can.
Who's Ross? Is Ross on there?
All right, so, okay, let's do the wheel. Second
Right there.
spin. Ross Strutton.
Tickets.
So who won? Jamie, Susan Ward,
Jamie, Susan,
and Ross Strutton both won tickets. A ticket.
Nice.
Don't worry, y'all get a chance again. Brandon Burkett.
Brandon
All right, Brandon.
Burke.
You get your choice between, we didn't go over what he was going to get. You get your choice between one of these sugar hi-hats plus a 7 grams of flour or a gram of concentrate. Which one do you want? Are you here? If you're not here, you can't choose. Is he here? Who is it? You know who it is? Brandon?
Brandon Burkett.
Okay, Brandon Burkett. Okay, one more main prize. And whoever hits up first gets their choice. Because Brandon's not here right now.
There's Rosa.
Huh?
Rosa Strut.
There's
Congratulations.
Brandon right there. Heck yeah. Concentrate. Which hat do you want, Brandon? The blue or the pink? I'm going to say you probably want some.
Blue,
Jenny Yeagers.
Blue on blue.
Jenny Yeagers.
Jenny Eggers.
Same to you. You get a hat. Look, we got one female and one. How can I do that?
That
How
just worked
can
out
I
perfect.
assume? I'm sorry. That was wrong of me. I was assuming.
It just worked out, that's all.
I made an ass out of you. How did that work? I made an ass out of me and me. There is no you in that, but there's a you in assume. See what happens when I get stoned, I get stupid. Okay, so anyway, y'all, did she answer? What does she want? Flour, dab, or a clone? Flour, dab, or a clone?
Jenny.
Jenny.
She
Jenny.
said yes.
Jenny Yeagers.
She said yes.
Yes. Which one do you want, hon? A flour?
Good answer.
You want flour, a gram of rosin, or a clone? Which one? One or the other. And then you get a hat too.
Brandon will be at the event
Awesome.
Saturday.
Huh?
Brandon said he'll be at
Beautiful.
the event Saturday.
Let's go, Brandon.
We'll be meeting a couple winners up there from our
Yeah,
show,
that's.
too,
I
so-
mean, if you are coming to the show, just let us know. We'll meet you up there. You can pick up your prizes. So, also, who wants them? Who wants them?
Jenny wants dab.
Yep.
Good call, Jenny. Who wants them? I got 2 more tickets. Who wants them?
Let's go.
Okay, who said me first? Chris Charity Cunningham and Perez. What? No, and Jeremy McLaughlin. Jeremy won.
Congratulations, Jeremy
Nancy Perez won.
and Nancy.
Well, there's 2 of them there. Chad Larned won. Who else is next?
Chad.
Elizabeth Rose LaRue won. All the tickets are gone.
Congratulations.
All right, and you guys who won these, again, you're gonna get the dab or the flour, whichever you chose. You're gonna get a hat. You're gonna get some sugar high sugar stuff, whether it's Pop Rocks or monk fruit sugar or any of the other range of goodies he does. You'll get a pack of them. Everybody who won today will get a pack of those. What else? Sugar high slaps, of course, you're gonna get slaps.
Oh, I left some slaps back there too for you guys.
Beautiful. We love slaps. Not like slaps, but
Right.
sticker slaps. So, right on, man. Heck yeah. Great show, guys. We're going to sign off. I'm having a strange day. I'm worn the fuck out. I'm tired. You know what? Is there anything we need to talk about, Zach, before we bowl out of here? You got our Canifest video? Here you go. Check it out, guys. I want to play this because I love it so much. When we come back, we're going to dab out and be gone.
You on a trip to Canifest in the Crossroads.
Canifest is on. The Marijuana Festival is this weekend downtown.
5,000 people here at this year's KC Canifest.
Probably the biggest cannabis festival ever in the metro, and it's happening right now in Kansas City.
Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly, yeah, we're dancing slightly. This space has got me yeah, we're dancing slightly. This space has got me feisty. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All I can say is this is the best fucking event I have been to in many, many years with the best fucking producers. And I'm gonna run hard with all the way to the end with Kansas City, Missouri, all Missouri. I love you.
Let's get it. We go hard all night. We go hard all day. Nothing gets in our way. It's feisty.
Been a negative stigma surrounding cannabis for years. Since adult use came into effect, it's about 3 times as big as the last one.
Around, like everybody's happy, there's like no need for this, that, and the other. Everybody's smiling, like these are all homies. Like we're from the show me stage.
Popping bottles nightly, yeah, we're dancing slightly. This space has got me feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly, yeah, we're dancing slightly. This space has got me feisty. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. It's going to be so much fun.
Mhm.
It's going to be a blast.
I love that video. It gets me a little excited every time I watch it.
So huge shout out to Sean and Letitia for coming all the way out here.
Yeah.
And, you know, they came out here to talk about the Sugar High event, and we just ended up getting off on growing. But I think we talked a little bit about it, and you know what? It's going to be really cool. I do want to talk a little bit about it here while we dab out. There's going to be, I mean, my God, how many thousands of dollars worth of swag thrown out from the stage?
Let's see.
We're going to be throwing, I mean, I don't know what he claimed, but it keeps growing. That's the problem. People keep giving more stuff. People, you know, and so it just keeps growing. It keeps growing. I know we've got,
There it is.
I don't know how many pre-rolls we're going to give away. And we're going to do the 420 smoke sesh. So you're going to want to be there with us to do the 420 smoke sesh. And we're going to hand out pre-rolls for that. And then what does he have on here? $10,000 worth of giveaways.
Yeah, there it is.
And I think that's conservative, to be honest with you. Not only that, I think that Nasty Glass is doing going to do a 710 dab.
Oh, nice.
A dab sesh at 710. I think that's what I read.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, so that's going to be cool. There's just so much going on, man. It's like a small cannabis festival crammed into a venue. It's going to be cool. We're going to have a lot of cool people there, a lot of fun. It's going to be good vibes. You know, if you come showing your ass, we're going to show you ours.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
And
there's plenty of security there. So if you got any ideas about coming around and trying to beat somebody up that's at the event, I'm not even going to say the names of the people. Don't do it, because there's plenty of security there. You won't get past the door. We're not tolerating any BS there. Okay, so if you got a beef with somebody, go to their fucking house. Don't bring it to the cannabis community. So I just wanted to say that.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, we have great security. It's going to be a great time. We're all going to have a blast. A lot of people are going to be there. I mean, I just got a text from Dan, Kansas City Cannabis Company. He goes, "Hey man, I'm getting swag together. How many people are going to be there?" So everybody's getting more swag together. It's coming in, man. So you know what? Be there or be square.
And it's supposed to be one of the nicest days of the week. It's supposed to be 53. We're going to get out of the freezing, so it'll be a nice day.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be inside.
We will be inside, but you won't be as cold getting to the inside.
No, the food truck's going to be outside. So
Yeah.
you know what, everybody? Peace out. Stay lifted.
All right.
Get out.
Later.
Enjoy the day.
House outlaws, cannabis cowboys, raised down south, but his bag was born in California. Recreational, it feels sensational. Everything sold, I just re-upped a couple days ago. Four-wheelers swerving through the mud, feel like we bull riding. Clientele chirping all night until the sun rising. Catch me burning purple flowers, posted at the farm, grinding hard. Then I do the same shit again tomorrow. When I wake up in the morning, every day is 420. Marijuana connoisseur, I should record in the dispensary. Hustler and the father, so I gotta move correctly.
You want a trip to Cannafest in the Crossroad?
Cannafest is on. The Marijuana Festival is this weekend downtown.
5,000 people here at this year's KC Cannafest.
Probably the biggest cannabis festival ever in the metro, and it's happening right now in Kansas City.
Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly, air we're dancing slightly. This space has got me feisty. Air we're dancing slightly. This space has got me feisty. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All I can say is this is the best fucking event I have been to in many, many years with the best fucking producers that I'm gonna run hard with all the way to the end with. Kansas City, Missouri, all Missouri. I love you.
Let's get it. We go hard all night. We go hard all day. Nothing gets in our way. It's feisty.
been a negative stigma surrounding cannabis for years. Since adult use came into effect, it's about 3 times as big as the last one.
Around, like everybody's happy. There's like no need for this, that, and the other. Everybody's smiling like these are all homies. Like we're from the Show Me States.
Popping bottles nightly, yeah, we're dancing slightly. This space has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly, yeah, we're dancing slightly. This space has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Let's get it.